Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our session today. I'm really excited to see some of you here, last session of the conference. How has it been so far? Oh, good. Great. So let's start off with some introductions. I am Mamta Narayan, and I run the product marketing initiatives for financial innovations at PayPal. I have with me Tracy Bailey today, Senior Manager from Carlson Worldwide Marketing. Many of you may know Carlson was our first partner that integrated the PayPal Rewards Redemption product. So thank you, Tracy, for coming all the way here from Minneapolis. Yeah. So in today's session, we'll start off by reviewing what are the opportunities and challenges and what are the needs of the rewards market today, a quick overview of the PayPal Rewards Redemption product, and then Tracy will take us through and tell us how Carlson has used and leveraged the PayPal platform's rewards redemption product for customer loyalty and engagement. And she'll also do a quick review of how they have integrated this rewards redemption product in their catalog, which is scalable for global integrations. One integration which is being replicated in many different countries. So 17 trillion points are stored in the rewards accounts today. And in terms of dollar, it is valued at approximately $30 billion. Out of this $30 billion, it's estimated that more than a third of this would be redeemed for cash-like items, services, or merchandise. So that's a huge opportunity there. But this opportunity also comes at a cost. It is also seen that the rewards institution will probably be spending upwards of $1 billion on program management costs. Now, this is not the only cost that the rewards institution has to incur. There are many other costs. But for the purposes of this presentation, I just wanted to kind of sound off what are the opportunities and what are some of the costs associated with that opportunities. There are also some challenges that the user experiences with the current state of the rewards redemption industry. Now put yourself in the shoes of a consumer, and I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, has at some point tried to redeem their points or redeem your air miles to get something tangible. So for example, the current challenge that happens today is if you're trying to redeem your points for cash rewards or gift certificates, it takes weeks before it is actually redeemed and arrives at your doorstep. Or if you have tried to redeem your airline miles, there is always a challenge of blackout periods, not enough miles, or if you're trying to buy merchandise out of your miles, there is a very limited selection. In the end, the consumer is left with a suboptimal experience. So what is the solution? What are the options that the rewards institution has today? To alleviate this pain, one of the options the reward institutions can go towards is offer a product which is similar to what PayPal platform is offering, which is, we call it the PayPal Rewards Redemption product. And what essentially this product offers to the rewards institution is that you can redeem your points for instantly delivering money into your PayPal balance. And once you have money inside your PayPal account, you have unlimited possibilities. You can move that money to somebody else. You can send money to somebody else, or you can use it to withdraw into your bank account. You can use it on eBay, or you can pretty much shop on millions of merchants where PayPal is accepted. So what the PayPal Rewards Redemption product is offering is alleviating a big challenge that the industry is facing today, which is not a good user experience. And what we offer through the rewards redemption is a speed of redemption, simplicity of redemption, and the possibilities that the consumer eventually gets by using this product. So quickly recapping, it's pretty much what I've just explained. It's instant gratification through this product. You no longer have to wait for weeks to get something redeemed. unlimited possibilities. You can send money to somebody else once the funds are into your PayPal account, or you can shop anywhere on the internet. And then another great benefit that the consumer has is global money movement. And now how that works is once you have redeemed your point instantly using an email address or a phone number into your PayPal balance, you can use those funds to send money abroad to 190 markets where PayPal is operating. So now think about this scenario that now you can actually use your points to send money to anybody in 24 currencies and in 190 markets. But what's in it for the financial institutions? Why would financial institutions prefer a product like rewards redemption offered by PayPal over what they're using today? So one of the single most important benefit that the rewards institution get out of this is lowering the liabilities. And how that works is because to redeem into a PayPal balance, the consumer doesn't really need to accumulate a lot of points. There is frequency of redemption goes higher. Typically, even a smaller amount of points that you have in your accounts can be redeemed into some amount into the PayPal as a PayPal balance. That increases the frequency of your redemption, which eventually helps lowering the liabilities on the rewards institutions. Because now the consumer doesn't need to wait for the points to reach 10,000 points or 20,000 points before which they can actually redeem it for a merchandise or for a travel ticket. The other thing that the institutions benefit is the cost. Now, the cost of using the rewards redemption product for conversion of points into PayPal balance is really low compared to what the institutions are offering today. The other thing that the institution gets is the conversion rate. Now, for example, you may have 5,000 points which can convert into, say, $50 for PayPal balance, or $45 for PayPal balance, or $55. PayPal doesn't have a say in it. It's totally up to the rewards institution how they want to set that rate. And that's a big flexibility that this product offers to the rewards institutions, that they can have their own conversion rate between points and PayPal balance. Then drive consumer engagement. Because this kind of redemption option enables the consumer to redeem frequently, it makes the consumer go back to their rewards website again and again, which of course creates a stickiness factor, more opportunity for the institutions to get those clicks and user converting more points more often, and the stickiness is there. As against to what is happening today, is because the consumers know that there is no way they can redeem for anything valuable, they don't even go back to the rewards institution's website to do anything. And increase marketing opportunities. I've not discussed this in that detail yet, but the way it works is when you have, say, 2,000 points to be redeemed into X amount of PayPal balance, you enter your email address or phone number, and the recipient receives a notification email saying, you've got money. And that email, which is sent to the recipient, has a 99% open rate, which is really terrific for the rewards institutions to get that kind of an open rate, because they can co-brand that email, they can have their ads, their campaigns, whatever marketing campaigns you want to surface to the consumers, the email is a good channel to do that. So the marketing opportunity and the co-viral nature of the product itself creates a lot of opportunities for the rewards institution. And in fact, I have Tracy with me, who is from the rewards institution, so she would be the best person to even take this further and elaborate on what are the different benefits that the institutions are getting out of this rewards redemption product. So with that, I will request Tracy.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mamta. Thanks for coming to the last session, too. I'm going to end it with a bang. Really, Mamta shared so much of what I'm actually going to present, and it's really the the reason why we're here. One of the things that I've found so great about the last 2 days is just hearing all of the partners that PayPal is partnering with. I mean, there's so many things that they're doing, and it really drives one main reason. It's because of the consumer and what can we do to make their lives easier. And that's one of the main reasons why we partnered with PayPal, so that we could actually bring that same experience to our clients and to their members in their programs. I'm sorry, what did I just do? I just hit the wrong button. Yeah? Hit it again? There we go. Okay. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this slide because honestly it is exactly what Mamta just talked about. Why did we partner with PayPal? We really wanted to bring something unique, something different, and something that was relevant to the members in our loyalty programs and our incentive programs. Mamta talked about participant engagement. Obviously bringing something relevant, meaning members are going to redeem for this because they know they have something that they can use. The options are endless once it's in your PayPal account, what you can do with those. The financial considerations, Mamta talked about the lower cost to fulfill. You don't have the cost of sending that certificate out or sending that merchandise out with the shipping fees. The cost to the client is greatly reduced. The branding opportunities, we talked about the branding opportunities with that email. To be able to take the experience of earning those points, redeeming those points all throughout the program website, and following through with that email that you've got money, and that email that has that branding and the ad campaigns, the things that Mamta talked about. Those are all of the things that we're utilizing at Carlson for our clients. And global. This is a big one because we have, in the reward industry, tried for so many years to come up with something, a way to include, while we have a lot of US-based clients, they've got reach outside of the US and all of the regions. And we've struggled with coming up with a reward option that we can utilize, that can reach all of those regions. And PayPal can. We can absolutely do it with PayPal. So again, PayPal really is flexibility. It reaches all of our audiences. It allows us to work with our clients to reduce that point liability that we talked about. The consumer experience, the instant, no other option do we have that you get your dollars instantly. You're either waiting the 2 weeks to get your toaster, you're waiting a week or two to get your certificate that you've redeemed for. This is instant. Once you check out on that catalog, that email that says you've got money is literally within seconds. It's awesome. And then the options. We have clients that want something new, something different. Some clients want a charity option in there. They want the experiential options, and to source and to try to find something like that to put into an awards mix, it's difficult and it's costly. So why not use PayPal to say, hey, with the dollars in your PayPal account, now go do whatever you'd like to do with those funds. So what we started with at PayPal 12 months ago, we've been doing this for 12 months now. We started really with that point program, and that's kind of what we've been talking about, the point liability and doing the redemptions via your points in your loyalty program. We've also expanded that at Carlson because we have so many other types of incentive programs that are non-point programs. So we have, and I'll walk through a couple examples on the next slide, but we've created really two models so that we've got the point program and a loyalty, you redeem your points, as well as using PayPal really as the award vehicle. So you've, in a sales incentive, you've earned $50 for the cars that you've sold, okay, maybe more, for the month. And instead of getting a cash check, because there are programs that are still issuing cash checks for incentive programs, let's deposit the points into your PayPal account instead. So these are just a couple examples of the types of industries and the types of programs that we've been working with our clients on. And I wanted to point that out because obviously this is more from a financial track, but there are definitely opportunities across the industries. In the auto industry, for instance, sales incentive. Again, I was talking about the checks that are being issued today. This opportunity is for dealer sales reps. It's in the US. Monthly, they pay out their dealer sales reps via check. Our proposal is to use PayPal. In the hospitality industry, we've got a consumer loyalty program where you earn points for staying at the hotel. So let's put PayPal in as a redemption option into that program. And that program is actually on a global level, so it's across 4 different regions. On the hospitality side as well, we have a sales incentive. Again, more that sales incentive, but it's for travel agents that earn monthly, and they earn points, and so we're putting PayPal in as a redemption option into their point catalog. On the pharmaceutical side, we've another sales incentive program where we have clinic reps that earn monthly today, and it's US-based. So we are proposing PayPal in there, and they also have a rebate piece to their program, and so we've proposed PayPal in instead of issuing those cash checks. And on the technical side, we actually have a company we're working with and its employees, so it's a bit different than the sales channels, but this is truly an employee program where employees earn points for doing specific activities at the company. And this company is global. They are in Latin America, Europe, the Asia Pacific region, and of course the US. And so, again, utilizing PayPal to have that global reach and the global offering for our clients. One of the programs I just wanted to share, just a really quick case study that we've launched this year. It's been up for a few months. It's Starwood Hotels. They have the Star Choice program, and it's been running for 15 years. It's a little bit different and unique in terms of the members because it's an invitation-only program, so it's not open to the general public. It's operating in the Asia Pac and EMEA regions, and they strive on obviously being an invitation-only program. They strive on the trust and really serving and giving their members the best experience that they can. And they are always looking for the latest and greatest gadgets, electronic gadgets, their hotel offers, they have hotel offers, and any other unique experience. And when we presented PayPal, they loved the idea. They absolutely loved the idea of putting an offer like that into those regions, into the APAC and EMEA regions, to give that other option, that unique, that different option. So this is their website, this is their homepage, and then they did a newsletter that featured PayPal. And this is their e-catalog. And once you're logged in, PayPal's over there as an option in the retail section, and then this is a little bit deeper dive once you actually get into the website, and then you just click on it and add it to your basket and check out. Cool thing, 25 countries. We have this offering in 25 countries, and again, it's really honestly unheard of in our industry to have something so broad, an offering so broad in so many countries. We started out with a $10 USD item in the catalog. It launched in August. We've had almost 300, actually it's more than that now because when I put these numbers together, that's where it was at. But it was more of a soft launch where, they put it in the newsletter, they put it on the website, but it wasn't like a mass market of, hey, we have PayPal now in our catalog. And so for 300 redemptions, it's actually really, really good. And it's really good based on the overall redemptions for that month with the hotel stays and some of the other items that they had. This actually was one of the top redemption items. And the feedback is great. The client loves it, the members love it, and we love it. I'll hit on this next bullet. I'll hit on that in here. This probably makes more sense. I'm not technical. I like it easy, flow, not a lot of words on here. Anyway, that's why I like it. What I really wanted to just point out to you guys was that because we have the two models, we have the point-based programs and then the non-point-based programs, we really wanted to create something at Carlson so that we could launch clients quickly, easily, very inexpensively. So what we've done is we've created this global system. It's a database. It's a global system that we can process both the point catalogs, the e-catalogs through, as well as what we're calling direct issuance, and that's really all of the non-point programs. So we have these rules engines that calculates your points and what you earn, and they send us a file into our global system so that then we have one real-time response out to PayPal. And when we look at the point catalog, it is definitely real-time. Even though it goes through the global system and then down into PayPal, it's still instant. I mean, we're not losing any of that any of that process. It's still an instant process, but it allows us to keep all of our PayPal transactions in one location so that we can do our accounting and the transactions and all of that on the back side. What it allows for our clients, because we've set up this process, is to set up a program, to put PayPal into a program. Literally could be done in probably days. More likely that it's probably a couple weeks, but all we need really is, if we want to do the branding on the email, we need a program logo, program name, theme. Let's set that process up. We need to set the item up. We have already our standard content that goes around the PayPal item, if you will. And then the user experience. Obviously, let's get it in there. Let's see what it looks like. Let's get the approvals through PayPal. And then a test transaction. And again, like I said, it could be days, but literally it's more likely a couple weeks just because of all of that process. What we have with the direct issuance, and I just wanted to point this out too, is we've created just a standard file. And as I think it's mentioned in probably almost every single session I've heard, is you need an email or you need a phone number. That's really all you need. We need a little bit more information than that. We need to know how much we're depositing and a name. So there's a little bit more information that we need, but it's a standard file layout that we've created for all of our clients to use. Very, very simple and easy. And then that feeds right into our global system, and then the single API call out to our clients. And the thing that I just wanted to point out here is that the reason we've created this process is so that we still truly have just that one API call. You know, we could have had an API call from our point catalogs down to PayPal, or maybe the program databases down. They could have had a call out to PayPal. And then when we talk about global, on a global level, all of that can feed into the global system and still maintaining that one API. Because PayPal, as you may or may not know, they make a lot of enhancements and they have a lot of great things coming out all of the time. And so we need to make changes to the API to take advantage of those benefits. And we only have to do it once to the one API that we have, which is saves a lot of time. So really quickly, this is just a high level of the actual issuance flow of what it looks like for a participant. And I think, like I said, again and again, we've kind of mentioned it in terms of what the member receives. They redeem for their points. They redeem their points for PayPal, or they actually get it as the reward. They make that transaction. We send that API call out to PayPal. They receive an email instantly that says, hey, you've got money. If they have a PayPal account, the dollars are automatically put into that account. They're there. If they don't have a PayPal account, a couple clicks, they can set up an account. Or what might be likely in some of our programs is that the email address that they provided through their redemption process might not be the email that is attached to their PayPal account. So they can actually, with a couple clicks, attach that email to that PayPal account as well, because I believe you can have 6, 8 email addresses tied to a PayPal account. So all very quick and easy. And one of the other things that I was going to point out as well is, because we have that reach, because we've the global reach and the US dollar, the $10 US dollar item that we put in the Starwood program, obviously the members in Asia Pac and in the EMEA regions might have a different currency that their PayPal account is in. And so the process is quite simple, actually. When they receive that email, they're prompted to say, do you want to accept the US dollar currency in your PayPal account? Do you want to convert it to your currency? And it gives them the actual amount of what that conversion would be. Or they can actually decline the transaction as well, but I don't think that would happen. So yeah, that is the issuance flow. And we have a recap. Really, the recap, and I think what Mamta kind of talked about, is just some of the numbers. I mean, the numbers out there with the points that are in these programs that are not being redeemed. Putting an option out there like PayPal it really will help drive that number down and help our clients, and obviously satisfy the members in their programs. You know, the integration, the global implementation, I touched on it a little bit, but we you know, when we talk about having programs in different countries, with the offices that Carlson has, we've got offices around the globe, and they are looking at implementing PayPal in their loyalty programs across and outside the U.S. And what we're able to do is utilize what we've built here in the U.S. and actually use those same API calls to process all of those and to manage actually all of those programs globally. So it's been very good. And then the benefits. I mean, I don't think that we need to spend much more time on it because we've talked about it so much, but all of the benefits that the consumers will get and have from using their PayPal or being able to use their PayPal dollars for their programs. So, and I think that's it.
Thank you, Tracy. Any questions?
Oh, was I supposed to stand on the X?
Yeah, if you don't stand on the X,
the X.
lady will.
Hi, can you tell us what the sources of those statistics are on the industry statistics?
Yeah, we had done some internal research and through some consulting companies. So we have data thread. And I realize I didn't cite the source there. So when you will you can download these presentations from x.com website. I'll make sure I'll cite the source there. Yeah. But we have a rich set of data that we have done a lot of consulting engagements, and I can put the source there, yeah.
Yeah. What is PayPal charging per transaction for the $10 to send to the users? What are the rates? If I were to implement this on my own system? Well,
it's actually, I mean, it's the conversion of your points, and so each program is different. And Starwood, we worked with Starwood to figure out what that point conversion would be. There's no fee to the recipient to get those dollars. It's really more between PayPal and Carlson of what the costs are to make that transaction happen.
So what are those costs? Or are you not able
I'm sorry,
to?
what?
What are those costs? If they exchange for PayPal dollars, are they having to get less dollars than if they exchange for a check, or do they get more dollars?
I honestly I can't share with what Starwood is the cost between Carlson and what Starwood are. I mean, I can't. I'm sorry.
Is the exchange rate between dollars and PayPal dollars the same?
I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you.
If you were to normally cash out in your system,
I think
like if someone were to ask for a check traditionally, and now you're offering PayPal, do they get more money per points by using PayPal, or do they get the same amount as if they were to get a traditional check?
Yeah, it actually is comparable. Starwood, they don't have checks today in their program, so they didn't actually have like a cash-like option. But it would absolutely be comparable and probably less, the PayPal option.
And because the cost of managing a rewards redemption through PayPal is lower to the rewards institutions, the chances are that the conversion it's better than what you normally see on the website. So the option for a PayPal redemption would be, in many cases, much better than what are your other options, only because the cost is much lower to the rewards institutions.
Yeah.
Mamta, I have one quick question. Is there an expiration on those 17 trillion points? Like, do they expire, or they're going?
If the rewards institution use PayPal rewards redemption, it will start to. Oh, you mean the points that expire?
Yeah, the outstanding. Is there like an expiration date?
I think that would depend on rewards institution to reward. Like different companies would have different expiration or policies. Some may not expire, some may expire. It has to do with the companies, right? Like I know gift cards, they never expire. So it's pretty much dependent on companies that hold that account.
But the points don't expire that are on the books. The points, they don't expire. The 17 trillion points as just a point of reference there. Do they ever expire from a PayPal perspective?
So that 17 trillion points that I have quoted is collectively how much points these reward institutions are holding all together from an industry level. That those are the points that are going unredeemed.
Hi. You spoke a little bit about discontinuous systems. So I was kind of curious how they, in other words, like companies amass these points over a period of years, hypothetically. How do you convert that over to PayPal systems? So like if you have a current base of, take for example like Discover, offering their flight rewards programs, if they want to convert it to some sort of a PayPal offering, how would that, is there like an API that's existing on the PayPal side, or how does that integrate?
Well, I mean, we're not necessarily looking at taking points and literally converting all of them to put into PayPal. What we've created is that you actually are just, it's an item in a catalog, so you are redeeming those points that then get processed through our API into PayPal. So we're not taking, literally like I said, the mass consumption of those points and converting them into PayPal. It's truly a redemption item in a catalog, for instance.
So the way this would work is, say, for example, Discover, they would offer PayPal rewards in their catalog, and the consumer can go and say, I want to redeem, say, 5,000 points for PayPal balance, and enter an email address or a phone number. At that time, an API call will be made to PayPal, which is the rewards API.
So it actually operates independent of whatever they're offering, and it's more of a function of redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I'm not sure I completely understand your system, but I'm thinking of it from the perspective of a company that has issued rewards and they have them out there, and that's a liability in the sense of the company. The figure I saw was that there are 17 trillion airline miles out there, which translated into dollars would be hundreds of billions of dollars of liability. So what would be the incentive for an airline company to want to participate in a program that made it easier for people to redeem those and thus increase their liability?
So the biggest benefit for an airlines company to use this product would be that frequency of redemption, or how many points you need before you can buy an airline ticket. You probably cannot buy an airline ticket in 5,000 miles, but chances are you can redeem it to a PayPal balance if you only have 5,000 points. You don't have to accumulate a lot of points. So for consumers who will never have enough miles to buy a ticket, and if you don't offer them any option like PayPal rewards, those points will continue to sit on their books because consumers doesn't have enough points to redeem it.
But that's exactly what the airlines want.
That's exact.
Don't the airlines want the miles to sit on their books and not be redeemed?
But then that's the good.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. From the standpoint of the consumer, yes, that makes sense. Yeah. But
So not necessarily. When you say the airlines want that there are unused miles left on their books without being redeemed for a long period of time,
at a certain level, the liability becomes very onerous for the airlines if all those airline miles were to be redeemed.
Maybe Dan also.
Yeah.
You're right. So there is a balance here.
Dan, can you stand up and talk?
Sorry. So there is a balance that you need to strike between breakage, right? Breakage, and then the actual the cash flow that's going out the door versus the liabilities that you've got on your books. And most of the rewards issuers that we're talking to basically said, you know what, it's worth basically taking some of those liabilities off our books at the expense of the cash outflow because it drives so much engagement with the customer. It really is driving more engagement, and the fact that recipients are getting visible co-marketing opportunities. Basically, the airlines can basically advertise to the customer, even if they don't have enough money, that, hey, you can go to our airline next time. There's a terrific marketing capability that's embedded in this redemption item, whereas if you had just simply redeemed for a gift card, there's no possibility of the recipient really remembering the fact that they actually redeem these miles, and there is an opportunity to fly with that airline. Sorry? There is substantial interest. And then in terms of breakage, it is still possible if you don't claim those funds as the recipient through the API call, those funds can return basically at any particular time that the issuer wants. They can basically put something in to say, look, if you don't redeem this, after a 10-day period or a 15-day period or whatever it is, the funds could come right back, and and the issuer can claim them. So there's still that possibility of managing some of the breakage.
Yeah.
Actually, just if I can add to that, I work at a company called Points.com. How you doing, Dan? Good to see you. And so that's a really good question you raise, and I'll answer it only because we work in a system that actually powers a lot of the back ends to loyalty point programs. So we actually did an agreement very recently with Dan and the team here, and initially there is reluctance. He makes a great point that there is a balancing act between the revenue that a loyalty point program earns, which is the issuance of their currency, and the amount that they pay out. So there is concern that the ability to take PayPal as a very liquid option for currency will raise their liability too high. That's an absolute concern. What's interesting about this versus the way we've managed Redeem for them in the past is this is actually cash that is now liquid to do something with, right? So we have a big Redeem product that allows, we represent all the major airlines in the world, AA, Delta, Air France, KLM. And right now when they redeem through us, you get a gift card, you get some stuff. That customer's gone. They've liquidated. They've got an Amazon gift certificate. That's kind of the end of the relationship with that airline. In this situation, we actually have a product that allows people to acquire miles as well. So we're basically saying to one airline, yes, there's a liquidation option here with PayPal, but now they've got this PayPal money, there's a marketing opportunity. We have another product that allows them to procure miles when they have a gap. So I'm 42,000 miles, I need 60,000 to get to my flight to Paris. Use your PayPal money, top up your account, and now I've actually helped with engagement, and have also made massive margin on the spread of the resale of miles, which is really where they make all their money. So it's an absolute concern, but there's a kind of a life cycle play here that isn't the case with most Redeem options. So that wasn't really a question. That was just me looking for attention.
Excellent answer. Thank you.
Any more questions?
No? Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
Thanks, Mamta.